What? Kevin Smith lied about Masters of the Universe revelation? Oh, say it isn't so. The early reviews are in, and while the usual shills and quote-unquote journalists that praise everything and anything only to get early access from studios are acting accordingly, there are some that aren't that convinced. Amongst them, it appears, is YouTuber Grace Randolph, who claims Kevin Smith should be asked why he thought it a good idea to go with this story. It raises concerns when you understand Randolph is something of a shill who loves it when the left takes over and showcases quote-unquote diversity by adding these gender and race swaps all the time. Now, everything that she said was not totally good or totally bad, but she raised some concerns when she mentioned certain things. Now, what I get from Randall's review is that Clownfish TV are owed an apology from Kevin Smith. It appears like they were right all along, and in true current Kevin Smith fashion, he was only lying. If it isn't with him lying his teeth out every chance he gets, then it's him spoiling things during interviews. Now, amongst the things that Randolph pointed out in her spoiler-free review, we got something that draws my attention. She mentioned there was a lack of strong male characters. Oh, really? Kevin Smith was lying about that too? Oh, shocking, ain't it? She said the following, quote, "Why doesn't it have a single lead male character or even a strong male supporting character?" End quote. So there you have it. Apparently, that He-Man is in all the show gimmick is just baiting for the old school fans to get them to watch this. Clownfish TV were right all along, and they deserve an apology from Kevin Smith. It's the second time that I have said it, and I am sure it won't be the last time. Randolph also mentioned the queerbaiting in the show, and she said, quote, "Tila and Andra are pretty well a couple when they were first introduced. I thought they seemed like a natural, loving couple when they were first introduced," end quote. Now, since Randolph usually praises the presence of diverse sexual identities, this might be something of a stretch that only she saw in the show. But I would still say Clownfish TV were quite on point with what they wrote, and they deserve an apology. It's the third time that I have mentioned this. And before you go ranting like little bitches, all of you Smith stans, SJW ideologues and overall idiots complaining that we should be watching the show and give it a try before we even dare criticize it, I present to you the IGN review that also dropped today. Strange, huh? All the shield reviews dropping one within minutes of the other. Anyway, IGN says the following, quote, "As a sequel to Filmation's classic..." So is it a sequel or is it not? Can you make up your damn minds for once and for all? By the gods! You all, Shields, showrunner, the writers, the producers, everyone there keeps saying it is not a sequel. Then that it is a sequel. If you can't even agree on something that simple, I'm not surprised that you don't even know in which direction you are going with this thing. Anyway, the quote continues, "Masters of the Universe revelation from He-Man superfan Kevin Smith." What? Are you even paying attention to the real world, IGN? It seems like in reality you can't spell ignorant without IGN. Well, as you can see, I can't even finish a bloody paragraph without having to interrupt myself. But they end up just saying that it is a bona fide blast, which I really doubt. But let's get to the main thing from IGN's review. They said the following, quote, "But the surprising draw here is the fact that He-Man more or less is secondary to this tale, at least for these first 5 episodes," end quote. But it doesn't end there. Oh no, sir, of course not. They continued, quote, "Prince Adam and He-Man are important, but they really serve as backdrop, in a manner similar to how Max acts as a lesser lead to Furiosa in Mad Max Fury Road. Revelation draws upon the might and majesty of He-Man to facilitate others' arcs. Basically, this is Tila's show." Let me read that again for the people in the back who keep repeating Kevin Smith said this wasn't Tila's show and we must take him at his word. Basically, this is Tila's show. Once again, and I think this is the fourth time that I have mentioned this, Clownfish TV deserve an apology from Kevin Smith. And I'm sure they are not going to get it, because this is an arsehole we're talking about. What they and many others, such as I here on my channel, have been saying for I don't know how long is true. This arsehole, and I can't stress this enough, that's what Kevin Smith really is, decided to make a fuss about it and deny what Neon and Geeky Sparkles had heard that was true. It turns out it is. With this and his spoilers about Orko's faith in the show, why did no one keep his mouth shut if he was incapable of it? He sure is far from being like his Silent Bob character. He's always talking and spouting idiocy and saying these things that in the end also affect the show. With He-Man getting sidelined and with Tila taking center stage, and apparently by Randolph's account, Tila having something of a relationship with Andra, it sure looks like Kevin Smith and Netflix are pulling the old bait and switch on the Masters of the Universe fans. This reeks like The Last Jedi. It sure looks like it's trying to go that way. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, though. Remember, Smith praised that film and also said that The Rise of Skywalker would answer the fans' questions and keep them mind-blown for the entirety of the film. Given what has transpired, I have made up my mind. I won't be watching this show. However, I've gotten wind of the major plot lines and I've got major spoilers, so if you guys want me to make a video about them, make sure to vote on the Twitter survey I created to know what you guys want. And also let me know what you think about this show and if you plan on watching it or not, or if you are excited about me talking about these spoilers before the show premieres on Friday on Netflix. And until next time, everyone, peace out.